Oh, yeah, sure. It's the big now. Oh, you can go. The drive. You follow me. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is on, and then this is on. Share. Okay. So microphones. So yeah, you're on speaker. Oh, and the translating. Anyone is translating here? I think it was mainly Luis. If he's not coming, then I think nobody else was translating. So he was very keen on following, but I don't think there is any. Okay, so change the name. Okay, well, anyway, welcome back again, everyone. So we had a very interesting, very long meeting. We didn't have a break at all. We were the whole hour talking about EduPlat, and I wrote down many little things here in my papers that I'm gonna have to keep and eventually try to get into the formal, the official feedback. Because at the end of the day, part of what Europe is about writing a lot. I wish we had a tool. Maybe I'm going to say to the ChatGPT, please ChatGPT, can you give me the report that I need to write to Europe? I don't think it's going to work much. I think it's going to be me spending many hours with all of these notes. So now we have many conclusions. I have written some, but I want everyone maybe to get the main conclusions that you feel. Remember, concentrating mainly about what we think should be done to carry on. It is true that in the past, say almost half an hour, here in Zaragoza, we were discussing about what could have been done better in this project, which is also important because I mean, if we are going to do things again, it's important to improve what we have done. There are certainly many things that we should repeat because they work very well. The proof is that we have many people here around this table and also people connected online. But obviously there's things that have to be done in a slightly different way. And this is important. Remember that for every single Congress, we have a specific form. I know that it's all about forms, and remember that we need from, we're still waiting for feedback from the Italian Congress. Yeah, we still need feedback. So if anyone, and now it's going to be, so if you fill up the form now for this Congress, remember to put, this is for the Spanish Congress. If you fill it for, especially if you fill it now for the Italian Congress, because the two of them have been so close together, some people have not had the time. Please put this is specific for the Italian, or if you have just, if you want to fill it once and you say this is feedback that goes for both, then go again. But they were very different, and you might want to have a specifics from one and from the other. In these feedback forms, all of this is registered. Yeah. Now, so I'm going to start with what we spoke here last. We were discussing about one of the thing is. We had 720 people registered. Margarita's asking where are these forms? We said it many times. They are in every single page for every single Congress. It's all there. I know there is lots of information, but they're all there. And there is a section called links. And I think the last one is the form. But please don't do it now, because otherwise the multitasking will distract us. Yeah. But yes, it's true that we've also discussed about the fact that there was lots of information. In every single Congress, there was information. If any, the good thing is that the information, apart from the Congress in Italy, and this one was supposed to be different, the information was repeated, and this got, for many people, in the habit of finding information relatively easily. Margarita, you joined us relatively recently. You've been extremely intensive, but it's true that this information was more advertised in Portugal, and that you were not there. And I don't know where in Greece, but you know. But then one of the things is we have managed to get the minimum amount of registrations that we wanted. But it's obvious that in this Congress, from these 720 people, like most of them were not. And this is a problem, obviously. True, many of them signed for one Congress. Many of them were language teachers, for example. They only wanted to do with the Congress in Portugal. At the moment that they registered, this Congress was not meant to be about sharing resources, so they didn't come because they were not interested right from the beginning, and that's fine. But we have a feeling that maybe many of them could have joined again. We discussed about the fact that many of them didn't have reminders. Some of them had registered for this Congress as well from the beginning, but they registered for 1,000 different Congresses. And if they don't get reminders, what happens? They forget. We all forget. You know, I have meetings with people that were meeting with just 2 people, and they don't attend because they say, you didn't remind me. I say, well, you know, I have the calendar, and we do it in a way that we program in the calendars, but we get the reminders from the calendars. So this is something that I discussed it with you, Ruben, and about we should have got a more sophisticated form that was integrated in the platform. And for the future, we could have a certain platform that is more dedicated to the meetings. For sure, at the end of the day, now we're asking teachers to register again in a system that is completely different to what they registered already. This could be done. The platform could send reminders to everyone, whether they register to share resources or whether they register to attend an event or whether they register full start. So this is an advantage. And the fact that we're going to be able to coordinate all of this again, obviously this needs more work programming, but it can be done. And there's some things in the forms that don't seem to be very clear because obviously there's more details and there's many opinions. Again, this, if possible, fill it up in the form. Yeah, you think that maybe the form was too difficult, maybe the form didn't have enough information. At the end of the day, there's different opinions, but they're all welcome. But for sure, this is something that we need to reintegrate in this. Remember, this is very important. How can we get EduPlat to work? It's true that we spent most of this meeting today about how can work in the future, how can we expand, how we can continue. But remember, how it can work, the most urgent is how can it work now? That is, we still have this project till the end of June, and it's very, very important that those of you who have been active in the social media, okay, that you continue with the messages, and instead of saying the message whenever you find an educational resource, this resource is good, like repost it, and making a comment, this resource should be presented in the next educational congress. We don't know when the next congress is going to be. It's very, very important that we tell them, this resource should be shared in eduplat.org, and boom, direct link so that they can share it. Okay. Now, we also mentioned about the fact that the platform has been not working like for many hours in the past few days. Obviously, and as I explained here, this was due to the fact that they have work done urgent. Ruben, correct me if I'm wrong. In the past 2 days, the platform was working maybe half of the time no, that's 50-50, which obviously is putting off many people that they don't understand that the platform is still only provisional. In the near future, like in this coming month, the platform is going to be working at least 90% of the time. Hopefully, I said 99% of the time. Give me thumbs up if you can, Ruben. Yeah, 2 thumbs up. So 99% of the time, the platform is going to be working. Obviously, this is not enough, but it means that now is a good time here, as Manuela was saying, to give it to other people, tell other people, hey, teachers in the schools, people in the social media, now it's time. But if you tell them personally, they have you as a connection, because they're more likely to, teachers in Manuela's school are more likely to ask Manuela, hey, how does this work? Or this doesn't work, or it's not working today, or this should be working a different way. You can obviously tell them, refer to the forums, but if they give you feedback that you feel like is very interesting, there's many ways to get that to us. And that is important. That is very, very important, because we need this wave to go a little bit beyond today. And we need to go at least till the end of the school year, to the end of June, say, when, all teachers are certainly on holidays and things are in a different way. Although obviously these schools open in summer and there's lots of things going on. It will be good. We said that in some countries, it looks like in Spain and Italy, we say that the very beginning of September is when teachers go back to the schools without students. In Portugal, it seems like it's 1 week before. So by all means, if you have any little time, like at the end of your holidays, you say, school's back, and send messages in the social media saying, we need resources, find them in EduPlat. It will be really, really good. Every single message, like at the end of August, obviously like a little bit earlier for Portugal, the very beginning of September for Spain, is going to increase the chances of teachers sharing resources and teachers looking for resources in EduPlat. And true, there are not many, but there are quite a few already there. More things like comment, but then eventually, please, if I miss something, let me know. Yeah, and more thing I have. So the summary of the fact that regarding the 4 partners, the Greek partners, they're missing. Okay, they are officially still partners, but they are not doing much. We're very, very happy to count with the help of Rachel, Penelope, and Giota, and it's really, really good. But at the end of the day, they're individuals that I think they didn't know each other before they started working here, and it's not the same as in a structured partnership. And from the 3 partners, and if I remember well, correct me, Alessandra and Daniela, and Instituto Duarte de Lemos, who they are a school, a private school. They are very, very keen on continuing with EduPlat, but they cannot work, certainly not as leaders, but not also as official partners, because otherwise they will have to sign a commitment they don't want to sign, because that would be responsible for them, because they don't have time. Okay, but they have said that they want to continue as associate partners. So officially, they will be in EduPlat, and then they will be continuing this work. Okay, and then there will be official partners, but no partners within Europe, but they will be there. So eventually, they will have the connection to all the EduPlat Portuguese social media till the end of June for sure, because that's part of the role. And then after that, we are looking for another partner in Portugal that can be officially the partner, so they can roll on the social media. Then from the school social media, they will continue to help us, but in a non-committed format, which is okay. And they also feel that the EduPlat should continue, and it's really good. But we need another school in Portugal, yeah. And from so that the second was the partners in Greece that there is no need to talk because they're not replying emails. So we need a partners in Greece, and then maybe Rachel, Giota, sorry, gosh, I said Penelope. You can suggest who do you think should be a good partner. We said that for all the countries, it would be good to have a partner that is a school, but also a partner that can have someone dedicated to the dissemination of EduPlat, the projects and everything, because otherwise it's very difficult. Ideally, an NGO. So we're looking for many partners in all countries, school and NGO, okay? Income of ETA, the partners in Italy that we managed to have here with us, almost like through the project, halfway through the project. And we had a partner that were very strong, and this is important. In Europe, there's many possibilities for partnerships, and there are many projects that get to end from some partners, basically because some partners eventually they say, oh, I have too many projects, so I'm not going to work for this. We were very lucky that these partners in Italy, the old partners, they told us, look, we don't want to work for you, so at least they gave us enough time. But it's true that it is a problem in Europe that when we sign for projects, we don't know if the projects are going to be validated or not. So we partners have to sign for more projects that we can actually do, because if we don't sign for 3, then we might not get any. If we only sign for 1, then we're putting all the eggs in one basket, and we cannot afford that. So that makes sense. We in Bienestar, we have signed for 3. We have signed for 3 as partners, and we're hoping that one of them gets, maybe 2, but hopefully not 3, because 3 will be too many. So we understand the problem well. And then it's important that we have that happening. Now, income of ETA when they joined, they were dedicated to that. They had the weaknesses of starting late. They had the weaknesses from not being in school and not having worked with schools as much. But they had their strengths, and I think one of the strengths that you have, guys, and I want to thank again, is the fact that you could dedicate the time, that at least the minimum time that was required for the project, and do your best. And this is what we can, the most we can have. So we need more partners like Income of ETA, and we certainly want Income of ETA to do. It looks, correct me if it's wrong, that it's going to be very difficult for Income of ETA to be the leaders of the project, but they are very willing to be partners on another project, on any of the many it's proposed. And then that leaves Bienestar. We obviously are extremely keen on continuing with EduPlat. We are going to be partners in EduPlat, but we cannot be leaders till May next year, because personally, I will have a crisis. My brain will explode, literally. So we need leaders before then. I don't think May will be long enough. So we are looking for leaders. If we don't find leaders, then we can try to do another small scale. And there is two possibilities the way I see it. We can have a cooperation partnership if it's to do with Europe, not with schools, because we have already tried that. We could have a cooperation partnership with either youth or sport, which youth is targeting directly these students. Sport is, I guess, is a possibility, but there have been many sports teachers sharing great resources. Obviously, we don't want to concentrate on only one topic, so I certainly don't see that. So the way if we have to look for that, will be looking for schools that are either keen on leading or looking for schools that are keen on submitting as a small scale, in whichever form. Another possibility that we discussed was the vocational educational training, which I think will be the best one. But from what I see, is a massive project that obviously nobody here can do, because none of us are qualified yet as a training organization. So we are looking for organizational training. In the course of the discussion, we find out that maybe we could find in Spain an official training organization, and I know many. I have worked for many personally, but they're all public organizations, and I know that is extremely difficult to get them into engaging into a relationship officially, and also into, once they are in a relationship, to have someone dedicated time for that. And I know that myself, so because I know someone very, very close to me who is working on many European projects, and it's difficult within their institutions to get people dedicated. So we need, again, hopefully a partnership between two. And any suggestions, anyone that is wants to do is more than welcome. Okay. And I don't have any other thing that needs to be suggested here. So if you guys want to put your hands up and to give suggestions, give your final magic wand touch to the EduPlat project. And then again, maybe it would be a good thing for all of us to say what we can do, we as persons, or we as representatives of educational organizations. So yeah, we're gonna have to finish soon because here again is getting busy. Okay, so now pick up your phone, pick up your microphone, sorry, and then say what you would like to as people, and then maybe we will start first with the people, and then finally with organizations. Okay, so if you guys want to start first, Ruben, Margarita, or Francesco, just to finalize your conclusion and what you would like to commit to the EduPlat project. Okay.
Okay.
So.
Shall I start?
Margarita, the ladies first. You want to say first?
Let's start with Margarita. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Francesco. Well, it's a lot of work has been done, so that is really good. But it's a lot more to be done, so to work on. And I'm helping EduPlat with Instagram, and there are many teachers that they post the resources there, and it's a lot of work to do that in there, because they really are a little bit suspicious what we are doing. And I got an answer, thank you very much for writing me or for congratulating me for this resource, but I don't trust you. So we need to what is the we need to be trust for. So I think it's good when we can do something as organization to present ourselves, but not for everybody. It's like we have to do something for teachers for primary education.
Margarita, two things. We have little time, and this is just a summary. And especially, I'm more interested about what you would like to say, as in you as Margarita, and not about others. To say, I as Margarita would like to do this for EduPlat, and I think this can be good. Yeah, and if you can summarize in less than a minute, better, because ideally,
sorry, yeah. As Margarita, I would like to improve my communication in Instagram with the teachers.
So, are you saying that you want to continue as using Instagram within EduPlat and offer your help? And perfect.
Of course, you can count on me. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, remember, all that you have to do now is say thank you to teachers sharing resources and say a comment. Please share your resource in EduPlat. That's all. Perfect.
I will do that. Thank you.
Okay, Francesco.
Okay, thank you for
okay. We can see a black screen, Francesco, but we can hear you very well now.
Thank you. You have given me the opportunity to stay in Europe this year, and to stay into pedagogical matters. As you know, I'm not so much into pedagogical matters, but I have experiences of European projects, and I have resources made for these particular projects too, besides the project, the resources.
Okay, sorry, Francesco. It's getting very noisy here. Let's do just one sentence. No 1 minute, one sentence.
Okay, one sentence. I will be one of you, especially if I can do this within INCO. I don't know if I can do this with my school. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So Francesco is interested to collaborate through INCO, but he's in a situation of no ideal within his school. Thank you. Well, remember that if you can say to teachers, it's always good, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
I am doing this.
Grazie.
Thank
now,
you.
Ruben, you want to pick up the microphone? Just one sentence.
Just one sentence. Say as well that they use the platform, not just the Instagram. So they put all the resources on our platform, and then they can share it from there.
Yeah, excellent. Yes, that's the idea. Well done. Yeah, the idea is obviously, so far we've been working as using the platform as use the social media. Now we're going to use the social media because that's what people are using. And but all that we have to do is say this resource could do a lot of help teachers in there. Yeah, we said that we mentioned that instead of calling EduPlat could be teachers help teachers. We don't want to get confused, but is the equivalent teachers pay teachers? No, teachers help teachers. That's us. Yeah, that's how they can help better. Good. Okay, and I don't think there is anyone else there. Okay, so people around the table, one sentence. Just by that's one word. That's easy. That's what. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Well, with this, we conclude the very last presentation. We're going to have lunch now. Okay. And thank you very much, everyone, for participating. I personally want to say that it's been a pleasure to work with all of you guys. I personally want to say that I am very committed for life to the project, but I don't know how intensive I can make it. How intensive I can make it depends on how these projects go, but I'm going to certainly try. And, you know, if each of us thinks that at least we can give the average of 5 minutes a day or a week or a month, that could be a lot. 5 minutes a month, I'm sure everyone has. And the 5 minutes a month means once a month, I go to the EduPlat platform. Once a month, I see what's there. Once a month, I find any other resource on the social media, and I just say, well done. Do I know about a platform called EduPlat? I do. Yeah, that's easy. That's easy. Okay. And then obviously from Bienestar, I have the backup of my trust of board of directors, and but they say yes, we have your backup, but you have to do the work. So, but it's good, and I want to do it. But obviously, we need support with others. I'm very glad to count on especially Margarita and Ruben right here, right now. That I consider part of not just EduPlat, but also Bienestar. Thank you very much, both of you, especially.
Thanks to you, man.
Okay, and it's 1 o'clock, so we are perfectly on time.
Thank you very much.
Once again,
Nice lunch.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.
What time we come back? What time we come back?
There's no come back now.
Oh, we finished already. Okay.
There's no
Okay.
come back.
Bye.
We always there online. From now onwards, connect through the social media and the EduPlat platform, because we can connect with each other there. Okay?